Hi my loves, and happy Wellness Wednesday from me and the team at More Yoga. My name is Joy Oakley and I'm Head of Wellness here at More Yoga. I also work as a holistic wellbeing coach and yoga teacher. And today I'm going to share with you a reflective coaching practice that can help you to reconnect with more meaning in your life. And I think at the moment, a lot of us are lacking purpose. There's a lot of change that's going on, a lot to be nervous about, to be anxious about at the moment, and actually connecting and creating some space to really reflect on what is meaningful in your life can be a really powerful act of self-care. This week at MOREMIND, we're looking at the power behind purpose and how creating meaning and purpose in our lives can help us to feel more fulfilled, to feel happier, and to feel more grounded and well in ourselves. So all you'll need for this practice, guys, is a pen and paper, something to write on, something to write with, and a comfortable, quiet place to sit. I would suggest lighting a candle and carving out 15 to 30 minutes of time for this practice. So let's begin by just grounding together, just arriving in whatever space you're in at the moment. Closing the eyes down. And let's take a few deep breaths just to help to bring the awareness into the present moment. Mentally putting down any to-do lists, any distractions, and giving yourself full permission to be present. Taking a few deep breaths down into the belly, inhaling into the nose, exhaling through the mouth, inhaling in the nose, exhaling out through the mouth, and taking one more deep breath in, and a long sigh out. Slowly, when you're ready, blinking the eyes open. And I'm going to share with you 7 questions today to help you to reconnect with more meaning in your life. You can pause the video if you need a little bit more time on each of those questions, and then rejoin when you're ready. So our first question is this: what matters to you most in the world? What matters to you most in the world? And that might be a list of names, that might be a few sentences. What matters to you most in the world? Just remembering you can pause the video and rejoin whenever you're ready. Our second question: who do you admire most and why? Who do you admire most in the world and why? That doesn't have to be somebody living, it could be somebody from the past. Who do you admire most and why? And coming to our third question: when can you last recall losing track of time or being so absorbed by something that you forgot to eat, forgot other things you had to do, forgot the time? When can you last recall losing track of time or being so absorbed by something that you forgot to eat? So when were you last so mindfully absorbed by something that you forgot to eat or lost track of time? Okay guys, so remember, no rush with these. Take your time, pause and rejoin whenever you need to. Coming to our fourth question. What advice would you give to your childhood self? What advice would you give to your childhood self? What advice would you give to your childhood self? If you're struggling with any of these questions, I invite you to just close the eyes and you can ask yourself the question internally and maybe see what comes up in your subconscious. And when you're ready, we'll come to our fifth question. If money were no object, how would you live differently? If money were no object, how would you live differently? And try not to think about, all the things you would buy and all of those material things with this question. Think about the way you would live day to day. How would you like to live differently if money were no object? Pausing if you need to. And when you're ready, we'll come to our sixth question of the exercise. What would you like to be remembered for? What would you like to be remembered for? You can answer this in paragraphs, or you can maybe write down 3 to 5 words or attributes that you'd like to be remembered for. But really taking your time with this particular question, thinking about how you would like to be remembered. Maybe there are some key words you'd like to be associated with your memory. Okay, so pausing the video if you need to, guys, or we'll move on to our final question, our 7th reflection. How are you going to make the world a better place? How are you going to make the world a better place? How are you going to make the world a better place? Pausing the video if you need to, guys. Rejoining when you're ready. Remembering you can take as long as you need to with these reflective questions. They are a guide to help you just to reconnect to what really is meaningful in your life, and how you might like to cultivate a little bit more meaning or more purpose. So let's just begin to close this practice down by closing the eyes, bringing the hands just to rest on the knees or in the lap. And bringing awareness back to the breath. I'd like to finish with a reading from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, "The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honourable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you lived, and that you lived well." So with that lovely reading in mind, maybe just taking a moment before we open our eyes and close our self-care session by bringing an intention into your heart to take away from this practice. And maybe that intention is simple: to be kind, to be compassionate. Maybe that intention is something more personal and more meaningful to you. And when you're ready, slowly, just blinking the eyes open. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us today for this practice. And if you are interested in these kind of self-care practices, check out our YouTube channel. We have a lot of different classes and different wellbeing coaching sessions as well that you can check out on our YouTube channel. We would love to be a part of your wellbeing journey. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, guys, and I really hope to see you soon. I'm sending love and well wishes from myself and the team at More Yoga.